Sofi, as I am recording this episode, is up 3.86%, and Paysafe is having an amazing day, up 8.19%. And both these stocks are very, very popular fintech stocks in the market right now. And we can see in the past 5 days, Sofi is up about 7.06%. In the past 5 days, Paysafe is up about 1.83. So both these stocks are very, very, I want to say, volatile. So in today's episode, we're going to take a quick look at what's happening with the stocks, some recent news, and then I'm just gonna share my overall thoughts. But before we go there, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up and make sure to check out the pinned comment for a lot of great information there. So I do want to say one of the reasons I believe this stock price is up right now is just the overall bullish in fintech companies right now, especially after earlier this week we saw the acquisition news of Afterpay. And I do believe this is kind of bringing a lot of more bullishness in a lot of fintech companies, especially a lot in the smaller market cap, right? Right now, the market cap of Afterpay is about 38 Australian dollars. If we kind of make that into United States dollars, is about 28 billion US dollars. So we can see with Sofi being about $13.2 billion, and we have at Paysafe being at $8.03 billion. A lot of companies, a lot of investors could be, hey, if someone's willing to pay that much for a buy now, pay later style company, what are the actual prices that people would pay for some company like Sofi that provides so much more in some investors' mind, or Paysafe, right? So these are two strong companies that we're gonna see, and I do believe that's the number one reason we've seen a lot of bullishness in both these companies. But next, let's just jump into Sofi. Like I mentioned, for the day is up, it's doing amazing. Up about 3.84%. Unfortunately low, right from its 52-week high during this whole excitement of SPACs. This stock is still down about 35.3%. So it's lost a third of its high valuation. At the same time, like I mentioned, right, market cap of 13.26. I do believe a lot of investors are enjoying this stock at the values we are, and at the values it's at right now. We'll take a quick look at technicals in a bit. But another thing that I want to say is driving Sofi is recently in August 5th of 2021, you kind of get price targets from like 23, even though it kind of got decreased from 25 down to 23. $23 is still over 30% gains, I would say, from where it's at right now. So there's still a lot of bullish thesis behind from those who follow analysts. For those not familiar with Sofi, they are pretty much your one-stop shop for a lot of financial needs here that you use either investment, personal loans, student loans, home loans, credit cards, private student loans, insurance, credit score, and budgeting, auto loan refinance, right? They have plenty of members, and you can go to their website, right? It's just a one application to kind of handle everything. Sofi is expected to release earnings Thursday, August 12th of 2021. So this is next week. And if you guys want me to do a video on Sofi earnings, feel free to post on the comments and let me know. But what do we expect from Sofi? What are investors expecting? So first, right, Sofi, for the past quarters, they have seen huge growth in members. I'm pretty sure investors still want to see this growth for the upcoming quarter 2 of 2021. The next thing is adjusted EBITDA. There have been 3rd consecutive quarters of positive EBITDA for Sofi right now. So I do believe investors would want to see this being the 4th quarter and them having a full trailing 12 months of positive adjusted EBITDA. I do believe these are going to be the main things this company is going to be looking for this upcoming quarters. And this is what investors should really keep an eye out. I do want to say, me personally, I don't know if I'm just following more different style of people online or watching more videos on YouTube, but it does seem like the overall, especially the younger generation, is focusing a lot more in some form of financial growth, financial independence, financial freedom, or financial improvements. And I do believe Sofi is kind of one to kind of ride that wave with. So right now for 2021 guidance, obviously we would want them in their upcoming earnings to update these guidance, maybe even give us a more bullish case. The worst case scenario would obviously be if they kind of decrease this guidance. Like I mentioned, I don't foresee this, especially how I see the overall people in my circle. Maybe it's just my circle, but I do see people trying to improve their financial life, and it could mean great things for guidance for this company. They also gave us quarter 2 2021 gap guidance, And non-GAAP guidance, right? They expect year-over-year revenue growth somewhere between 58 to 61% year-over-year growth. So we're looking somewhere between those numbers. The best thing would be something higher. They're also expected adjusted EBITDA to be somewhere between a loss and a positive 1% adjusted EBITDA margins. Again, I think it would be super bullish if this company reports non-GAAP profitability and adjusted EBITDA margins. And I do think that's what most investors want. And before we take a quick look at Paysafe, the second stock, I do want to say, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, guys. A great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool Stock Advisor services, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done amazing returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit fool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now onto today's video. So the second stock is Paysafe, and this is one that's doing amazing right now, right? And it's all depending on how we look at things, right? If we look from the past day, it's up about 7.1%. Great. So a lot of people are going to be like, Jose, what's the point of looking at Paysafe right now after the stock is up 7%? But if you take a look in the past 5 days, again, it's all about perspective. If you look in the past 5 days, it's only gone up 1.1%. If we take a look from its 52-week high, the stock is down roughly 42.67%. So yes, it's had a great day. That doesn't mean it's not going to have remaining great days. At the moment, let me just say, full disclosure, I do not own either Sofi or Paysafe, but I am bullish in the fintech market and I like learning about recent news for both these companies. So I do believe one of the main reasons that Paysafe is up right now, again, just overall volatility. Volatility is pretty much what runs the market. So it's very difficult to really give one reason a stock price is up. But if we're going to take a quick look, Paysafe deals with a lot of the iGamification world. They provide a nice paying platform for that market. And today we did have some earnings with some big iGaming companies. DraftKings did report earnings. They were pretty strong. The stock price is up about 3%. So this is kind of showing a bullish sentiment to the iGaming world, and the returns is kind of showing good returns for Paysafe as a whole. So some recent news, right? Paysafe is also expected to report earnings on August. So this one's going to be August 16th of 2021. I do believe that's 2 weeks from now. So they are actually doing it on a Monday. Some recent news about Paysafe on August 2nd of 2021. So this is what, 4 days ago. Paysafe is expected to acquire Pago Efectivo. This is a Peruvian, I believe, a Peruvian company. I could be, yes, a Peruvian alternative payment platform. So this accelerates the Latin America expansion of its eCash business and exploits the growing online banking opportunities in that region. So for those that don't know, right, Paysafe has what is called Pago Seguro, which is really Paysafe card, which is really strong right now, I want to say, in Europe. And this is if you kind of go, instead of some people, right? Some people just don't have banks, don't like having credit cards. Normally I see this in, for example, a lot of, for me personally, I've seen a lot of my family members, a lot of friends or friends of family in the country I'm from not really have some form of banking, some form of credit cards, but they still need to pay stuff online. So stuff like e-payments or e-cash is super popular in some of the countries, especially in South America, Central America, where you kind of just go to a store or somewhere that can offer more like a voucher where you pay cash and you're gonna get this voucher that now you can use online. So I do believe this acquisition of Pago Efectivo, which is gonna expand their Latin America exposure, is a great move. Like I mentioned, right, Paysafe, they are huge leaders in the iGaming for sports betting, online casino, lottery, esports, and fantasy sports. They are also in other markets, but me, I want to say I'm more of a gamer or a gaming investor, and I do see the overall growth in these markets, especially in the iGaming from esports to sports betting. So I can see why a lot of investors are bullish here. What else can we see, right? In their most recent quarter, this is presentation they gave on May 11th. They talk about how they're seeing huge revenue growth in the iGaming, mainly in North America. Again, right, we saw strong earnings supposedly with one of the big players right now in the iGaming world. So overall, that increases the bullish case for this company. We can see most recent compared to same time last year, not the biggest growth company, right? SoFi, on the other hand, I would consider that a high growth stock. Paysafe, on the other hand, is growing at 5%. So I do believe Paysafe, to some extent, kind of gets forgotten because it is not that huge growth of a company. Revenue only grew 5% in the last earnings compared to same time last year. Adjusted EBITDA were pretty much flat. They did grow in free cash flow margins, though. But right, we can see for their full 2021 guidance, they're only expecting revenue growth of somewhere between 9 to 10%. But they are super profitable in adjusted EBITDA margins, roughly 32%. All right, so now let's take a quick look at technicals. SoFi and Paysafe are two stocks I get asked a lot about during the live streams. I want to say SoFi, one thing I talked about is this huge support level at 1550. I do believe it's not overextended at this level. A good portion of the risk has been eliminated, but when you have strong volatile days like today, 3.5%, that volatility can continue. Still, I do like it where it's at right now. Paysafe, same thing, right? I mean, this is one that I feel gets forgotten a lot because it's not a huge growth like SoFi. But right now, the overall, even with the 7% increase, again, volatility can continue. The stock can see higher highs or lower lows, but still, I do believe the area is at right now, a good portion of the risk has been eliminated. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.